Brought to you by Allstate, whose policies now include protection for your home, your family, as well as your car. You're in good hands with Allstate. And now, let's all play What's My Line? And now, live from New York, let's meet our What's My Line panel. First, the popular columnist whose voice of Broadway appears in papers coast to coast, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
And on my left, we're very happy to have back from us someone who's going to be not only tanned, but rested and brilliant because he's just back from a vacation on Paradise Island. The angelic Tony Randall.
And now, just back from her triumph at the University of Utah Theater, the angelic Arlene Francis.
I couldn't think of a synonym. I was going to say seraphic. What's that for the Mormon?
Thank you. And now, a gentleman who is largely responsible for the fact that Random House is hitting it on all cylinders this month, Mr. Bennett, Cerf.
And here's a man who's just been awarded the Golden Globe, which he needed desperately, by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association for General Excellence in Television. The adorable John Charles.
My thanks to the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, but I knew Bennett would stick a knife in me somewhere along the line, and he did. Very nice to have Tony Randall with us again on the panel. Welcome, Tony, and I know you'll all be very pleased to learn right now that you'll be expected to put your blindfolds on for our first guest. We have some interesting occupations and some fine folks who brought them to the theater, and we'll also have a famous mystery guest before the panel a little bit later in the program. We'll meet our first challenger right after. All right, panel, are those blindfolds all in place?
Yes,
right,
John.
fine. Let's meet our first contestant. Will you enter and sign in, please? May I ask if you are familiar with our scorekeeping system?
Yes, I am.
In that event, we let the audience in the theater and the audience at home know exactly what your line is. All right, panel, we can tell you that Mr. X is salaried and deals in a service, and we'll begin the general questioning with Dorothy Kilgallen.
Mr. X, does your service ever take you off the ground?
Yes, occasionally.
Does it ever take you past the stratosphere?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Randall.
Sir, your voice caught my ear. Are you an American?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's stop.
Yes, you know an American when you hear one.
I was sure he was Irish. Is your face familiar to us?
Possibly.
Is your service one that those of us on the panel would use?
You could.
I would say that that is a very fair answer, Tony. You could, but it would be unlikely in present terms of reference that you would, any of you, directly request it.
Yes. Do you work for a non-profit making organization?
Yes, I do.
Is that organization the government?
Yes.
Are you in some way connected with our space program?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Miss Francis.
Jumped too far, didn't
Are you elected to office?
No.
3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Are you a member of some branch of the armed services? No.
4 down and 6 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Could you be called a technician?
Not usually.
I would not think so. 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Randall.
Is the branch of the government you work for the federal one?
Yes?
Are you a civil service employee?
No?
6 down and 4 to go, Miss Francis.
Are you appointed?
Yes?
Would you be any branch of the diplomatic service?
Yes?
Are you an ambassador?
No?
7 down and 3 to go. With our guest permission, I'm going to say that there is a connection with the diplomatic service, but this does not imply that we are going directly to ambassadorial posts. Mr. Cerf?
Have you recently been out of this country on what might be called a goodwill tour?
I've recently been out of the country. I hope it was goodwill.
Are you a member of the Kennedy family?
Indirectly.
Are you not Bobby Kennedy?
No.
No. 8 down and 2 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Are you the head of the Peace Corps?
Yes.
Mr. Sargent Shriver, the head of our Peace Corps, and I must say this is a happy occasion that finds you here, because if memory serves me well, the Peace Corps is just about a year old, is it not, sir?
Yes, that's right.
March the 1st?
March the 1st last year we got started.
Well, now you've had a year, and you certainly are launched upon a very great work. As the man who heads it all up, what do you see, and how do you feel about this first year?
Well, we're very pleased with the first year. We have almost 1,000 people in the Peace Corps now. We're operating in about 12 foreign countries, and every one of them has asked us to send more Peace Corps volunteers. By the end of the year, I think we'll be operating in as many as 30 countries, and we hope to have perhaps 3,000 or 4,000 people in the Corps.
Oh, that's wonderful, Sergeant. You know, this is very great work, and I think it best translates itself to the average American in the terms of Dr. Tom Dooley. In a way, all the members of your Peace Corps are conducting the same kind of people-to-people goodwill and substantial help program that Tom Dooley carried into northern Laos. And those youngsters of yours are all to be highly commended, and you, too, for having the courage to start something like this.
Well, thank you very much. We also have some old people. You know, there are 4 or 5 people over 60 in the Peace Corps.
Oh, that's good.
Serving abroad.
Well, I suppose ideally you'd like to leaven the young with some of the more experienced and more trained elements of our American society, wouldn't you?
That's true, and we've been very happy that so many have volunteered.
Good.
I hope we get more.
Well, happy birthday, a bit late, and many happy returns of the day, Mr.
Thank you
Shriver.
very much.
Thanks for being with us
Thank
and
you.
watching our... Congratulations, panel. Bennett, you opened that door very well. Be proud of yourself. You closed it, too, but you opened it up. Now let's see what we can do with the second contestant. Will you enter and sign in, please? Rosa Cole, is that right? Is it Miss or Mrs. Cole?
Mrs.
Mrs. Cole, and where are you from, Mrs. Cole?
River Grove, Illinois.
River Grove, Illinois. It's nice to have you with us. Mrs. Cole, may I present our panel? Now, would you join me over here, please? Mrs. Cole, do you know how we keep score on What's My Line?
Yes, sir, I do.
Fine, then we'll let the theater audience and the audience at home know exactly what your line is. All right, panel, Mrs. Cole is salaried and deals in a service, but that service is vitally and closely connected to a product. Now, that's a big mess of information we've given you there. Let's begin the general questioning with the door opener, Bennett, Cerf.
Mrs. Cole, the audience in the theater seemed to find the service you performed rather amusing. Would it have anything whatever to do with married people or babies?
1 down and 9 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
I'd like to ask Bennett what's so funny
What's
about
funny about married people and babies?
I was working up toward diaper service or something.
Oh, all right. Now you've got me all confused. Could I use your services, Mrs. Cole?
Well,
I mean,
think
if I were in the right location, of course.
the best way to put this is that you might well be one of the ultimate benefiters of the service that Mrs. Cole provides in connection with a product that is related here.
Is this product anything that has ever been alive, animal or vegetable?
Been alive as a vegetable?
Well, don't you think? Well, what are they when they're growing?
They're alive when they're growing, I'll bet. Yeah.
Sure.
I guess we'd have to agree that somewhere along the line...
Yes.
Yes.
Then yours is a vegetable or fruit product in some form. But it has had something done to it before it would get to me, right?
Yes. Something funny.
Is it something, yes, is it something that I could buy in a store?
Yes.
Could I buy it in a grocery store?
Yes.
Would I take it home to eat it? I mean, if I weren't that hungry in the grocery store.
Yes.
Is it packaged?
No.
Oh.
Well, now, here we've got a problem. May I talk to Mrs. Cole for a moment?
Do.
Did something happen to your PA?
Yes, it did. See, Dorothy, this raises a problem for us. We don't want to mislead you. As the ultimate benefiter of the service, and i.e. the utilizer of the product, it is possible that it would come to you in a packaged form. Equally, the product itself might not be packaged, so that it's a yes and no answer.
It could be found in the store in a box or a bin from which the grocer would take a certain number that you would require or weigh it,
under
perhaps?
certain circumstances, the basic product could come to you in this form, yes.
Well, let's decide whether it's a fruit or a vegetable. Is it a vegetable?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Randall.
This funny fruit. Is it eaten by all the members of the family?
Yes.
They don't have special tastes.
You know, I've led myself astray trying to think what's funny. Do you do something peculiar to this fruit? Is that what got the laugh?
Do you do something peculiar to this fruit? No, I wouldn't say what you do is peculiar. No, that's 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis.
What peculiar thing did you have in mind?
Puts wrinkles in prunes.
Is this a fruit that is usually associated with breakfast? Could be.
I know what it is.
Is it a citrus fruit?
No.
4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Has this fruit, Mrs. Cole, got a skin?
Yes.
Do monkeys eat this fruit?
Yes.
Is it in the banana family?
What else is?
What's a relative of a banana?
A red banana.
Well, now, you've identified the basic product. Now what you have to do is to determine for us what it is that Mrs. Cole does with the banana.
Oh, you do something special with the bananas.
She splits them.
I take it you don't slip the peels under people like John Daly when they're walking.
It shows you what kind of a mind Bennett has.
Do you have anything to do with supplying the bananas that are used possibly by monkeys when they are in orbit?
No.
No, 5 down and 5 to go, Miss Kilgallen. A great picture. You see, there is the monkey in orbit. Mrs. Cole gets in her bicycle, and she pedals right up into the stratosphere and says, "Here's your banana, monkey."
Are your bananas primarily intended for people, Mrs. Cole?
Yes.
Do you test them to see if they're ripe enough?
No.
6 down and 4 to go, Mr. Randall.
These people bananas. Do you count or weigh or grade them?
No.
7 down and 3 to go, Miss Francis.
Well, are you a banana grower? No.
8 down and 2 to go, Mr. Cerf.
There's only one.
Yes, we have no bananas.
Let's see, you don't grow them. Do you sell them in any way?
May we have a
Distribute
contract?
them?
She does something to
No,
bananas.
that's 9 down and
She
1 to
makes-
go. You have 30 seconds
Do you
for a
pick
conference.
them?
What did you say, Dorothy?
I'm afraid it was wrong. Well, we want a conference. What?
30 seconds for a conference.
She bunches
Taste them.
them.
Does she taste them?
Taste bananas? No, that's right. 10 down and no more to go. Now, what would you do to a banana? If I gave you a banana, what was the first thing you'd do with
You
it?
peel it.
Peel it is right. Peels bananas. Mrs. Cole works for the kitchens of Sarah Lee, and they make a banana cake. And she stands in an assembly line, and the bananas come. She peels 900 bananas an hour and puts them on another conveyor belt, and they go on down the line to where the banana cake is made.
Oh, is that faster than a monkey could do it?
Faster than a monkey could peel them?
Yeah, do you think that's faster than a monkey?
Can you peel bananas faster than a monkey can peel them? I don't think so. The monkeys are much better at peeling bananas. And eating them, too, I imagine. Mrs. Cole, we had a lot of fun. I hope you did. It was nice of you to join us on What's My Life. We'll meet tonight's mystery guest in just a moment, but first, here is a word from our sponsor. And now we come to a special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery challenger, for which the panel is, of course, blindfolded once again tonight. Are those blindfolds all in place, panel?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right, will you enter mystery challenger and sign in, please? All right. As you know, panel, we use a different form of questioning in this particular case. One question at a time, moving clockwise, and we'll begin with Arlene Francis.
Would your name be found in the entertainment pages of the newspaper?
Well, on occasions, I'm quite entertaining.
Sir?
Are you primarily a motion picture star?
Well, I would hope to think of myself as being a very excellent motion picture star, but unfortunately, not many directors think so.
So not primarily would be the answer. 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Are you an American just trying to fool us with that accent?
Well, I would classify you as a doubting Thomas. But you know, my dear, really, I'm of foreign extraction, but yes, I'm an American.
Mr. Randall?
Are you a member of the banana family?
No, really, sir, I just don't know what you mean by this.
May I ask a serious question?
Yeah, go.
I think I know your voice.
Yes?
Are you a comedian?
I don't know whether my competition would think I was such a comedian or not.
So I would have to answer that question, no. That's 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Francis.
I'm buffaloed.
You're not in pictures, primarily. You're
not
not
a
a
banana.
comedian. He's not a banana. Not a top banana. Are you in the musical field?
Well, yes, sometimes, you know. Yes, you might call it that.
I wish I hadn't asked.
Mr. Cerf?
Are you at present connected, either front stage or backstage, with any play that is either playing on Broadway now or about to appear on Broadway?
No, I'm not that fortunate at the moment, but I'm certainly hoping.
That's 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Would we know you by a record that was quite popular?
Well, it's possible. I don't know, yes.
Well, what do you think?
I would answer yes to that, Dorothy. Mr. Randall?
Are you a pianist?
Yes.
I think.
Miss Francis?
Well, now you go ahead if you know. I think you've got it. What is it, dear?
I was going to say Andre Previn.
George Shearing would be more like the actor.
Well,
Well, now we'll consider...
No. That is Van Cliburn. I know his voice.
I think it is Van
Yeah.
Cliburn. Now, I'm going to take a chance.
Yes, take a chance.
It's your question.
Oh, I'll take a chance with Van Cliburn any day. Are you a serious pianist, a concert pianist?
Yes.
You turned Russia upside down, all that sort of thing?
Well, you're very sweet.
Yes.
Mr. Van Cliburn,
Yes,
of course.
that's right. Very well put, Arlene. He did turn Russia upside down and do a great service for his own country in the doing of it, too.
Yes, but when did you develop that voice? You were once on our panel. You never spoke like that.
Well, with a few helpful inspirations from some of the members of this department here, you know. Backstage.
I thought it was great, especially when Tony said he recognized the voice.
I
Now
did.
he had it.
I did. I met him before I went to Russia in my dressing room, remember?
Yes, I certainly do.
But tonight, before I came to work here, I taped your performance of the Brahms, which is broadcast on CBS.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, you just made my day. You made me very happy.
Dorothy?
So much.
What is the foreign extraction? I thought he was from Texas.
Well, my family's people are English. My father's people are English.
Well, everybody's people are something.
No, that was answered with...
You'll forgive my bit of deception.
It wasn't deception. It was beautifully done. His father's people were English. He said that he was an American. Actually, if memory serves me well, again, a phrase I've used perhaps too often tonight, you very recently received an invitation to be the guest of honor at the Tchaikovsky competition in Moscow this year, did you know?
Yes, they were very kind and sent another invitation.
Are you going to be able to go?
I was so very sorry that I couldn't make it this year. I was asked to play at the opening night of the World's Fair in Seattle.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So I couldn't, and then I'll be going to Mexico City.
So you're going to play at the opening night of the World's Fair?
The opening night of the World's Fair.
Well, that gets it off to a fine beginning, if I ever heard of a World's Fair.
I think the date is the 21st of April.
Oh, I wish you could play something for us now.
When I was in Salt Lake City, if I may interest, I saw that you were going to be in this play, Old Acquaintance.
Yes. Were you just there?
I was just there about a month ago.
I'm sorry I missed you.
Oh.
Are you sorry
Well,
you
I
missed
was
me?
sorry that I...
You want to go now?
All right.
Well, I must say one thing I think very few people realize about Van Cliburn is that he's one of the hardest workers, if that's the right term to apply to so great a talent. You did a concert with the Philharmonic this afternoon, did you not? And Brahms this evening.
Concerto, yes.
And he's going to be in Seattle. And he's, not only that, he's just proven himself to be have a great sense of humor. Thanks for being our guest,
thank you
Van.
very much.
Lovely to have you.
Well, you really got it.
Well, I must admit, panel, you've done very well tonight so far. Congratulations, and we'll be back after this word from our alternates. And I must say we've had a lot of fun tonight. At least I've had a great time watching you all work those problems
We're
out.
having a banana discussion over here, John.
Actually, the big question is whether Bennett could really peel one banana in 4 seconds.
Dorothy's having such fun about the banana family. The plantain is a part of the banana.
It's just
But
a
it's just a
Spanish
banana.
Not at all. It's a different fruit.
Bring one in next week.
Aw.
Are you trying to get us to say goodbye, John?
Well, I'm going to say goodbye first, if I might. Tony, wonderful to have you with us again.
Thank you.
Hope you're back again soon. And good night, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
Good night, John. And I want to say, Tony, that you were just wonderful in Lover Come Back.
Oh, my goodness.
And I just recommend it to everybody. And you were wonderful too, Rock, honey. Good night.
I want to say you were wonderful, too, and I didn't even see it. And I just sensed that you're wonderful. Good night, Beehive State and honey.
Well, good night, Doris Day. Good night, John.
What's the Beehive State and honey? Is the Beehive State Utah?
Utah's the Beehive State.
Oh.
Brigham Young's house is called the Beehive, understandably.
And he was a very busy fellow.
Well, I think it has now come time to say goodnight. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us on What's My Line?
What's My Line is a CBS television network production in association with Mark Goodson and Bill Todman. This is Johnny Olson speaking.